Hey there! Today I want to talk about the Inauthentic Man. This video is the first part of a two-part mini-series. Today I will focus on males, and in the next video I will focus on females. When you watched my previous videos, you probably noticed that I used statements like most men are like this or most men are like that. So when I was talking about most men, I was referring to inauthentic man. So what do I actually mean with a man being authentic? In a nutshell, an authentic male is free of social engineering conditioning and does not play the control game. With control game, I refer to either seeking to submit to a dominator type female or seeking to control the submissive type female. So the inauthentic male either wants to dominate or seeks to be dominated. An authentic male does not seek to play this game. On top of that, most socially engineered men are unproportionally feminine. With that I mean that they don't carry the masculine principle within themselves, which is the self-defense principle. Here we have to distinguish between two equally important principles. On one hand, we have the feminine non-aggression principle, and on the other hand, the aforementioned masculine self-defense principle. The feminine principle states that one shall not engage in violence. That means one should not immorally initiate non-rightful use of physical power to coerce, constrain, or compel the rightful physical behavior of another person. The masculine principle states that people have the inherent right to use force to defend themselves from violence conducted upon them by another. Holistically intelligent human beings carry both of those principles within themselves in equal amounts. An inauthentic person violates these principles in one way or another. Getting back to the socially engineered man in particular, when I say the inauthentic male is unproportionally feminine, it means that he doesn't carry the masculine self-defense principle within himself. Again, the masculine principle enables us to stand up to tyrants and bullies with physical self-defensive force. And this principle was slowly but surely eroded within men worldwide via social engineering. The socially engineered inauthentic male is scared to go against the norm and goes along to get along. An authentic male is a rebel, an independent thinker, and a spiritually awake human being. With spiritually awake, I basically mean possessing holistic intelligence, meaning that both the left and the right brain hemispheres work in synthesis. This is the case when a person, on one hand, possesses a high intellect, referring to logic, analytical thought, and on the other hand, possesses intuition, creativity, and compassion. When you recall the dynamic of divide and conquer I mentioned in the previous video, I hope it starts to make sense why our leaders prefer the go along to get along guy over a guy that is an independent thinker that challenges the system. A very important consequence of the dynamic mentioned so far is that the conditioned female, which I will talk about in more detail in the next video, mainly feels attraction towards conditioned males and conditioned males feel attracted towards conditioned females. I can't go into too much detail, otherwise the video gets too long, but let me say the following. If one manipulates men and women equally over a certain period of time, in a way that men no longer carry the self-defense principle within themselves, and women are conditioned to only find men attractive that do not carry the self-defense principle within themselves, over time, you quite literally breed the rebels out of the population. You breed the critical thinkers out of the population. Combine this dynamic with a government that slowly but steadily, incrementally over time, pushes down on the people more and more. Well, where do you think this will ultimately lead us? Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, what kind of future such a development most likely will lead to. I can tell you this much. It won't lead to sunshine and rainbows. In fact, it leads to quite the opposite. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. With that being said, thank you and see you next time.